All right, Oakland, we are back. And it's time for us to continue our franchise mode with your Oakland Athletics. But that being said, no more baseball. It's time for the offseason. In the last video, we got our asses handed to us in the ALCS by the Cleveland Indians. So our strategy, our moneyball tactics, it was good enough to win our division. It was good enough to get us into the playoffs. It was good enough for a 3-game sweep over the Toronto Blue Jays in the ALDS. But going up against a powerhouse hitting team in Cleveland, it was just not there for us. Game 1, we should have taken this game. I'll show you the box score. Take a look at that second inning. Top of the second, on the road, we get 6 runs. It was Andrew Miller who was starting that game. And then look how Cleveland came back. 2 runs in the second, 3 runs in the fourth, 2 runs in the fifth, 2 runs in the seventh, 3 runs in the ninth. 15 hits for Cleveland in game number 1 there, after we had a 6-0 lead. Game 2 was a great pitching performance. I forget who was in there. It might have been Taijuan Walker. Cleveland only had 2 hits. I think they were both solo bombs, or a single and then a solo bomb. We were able to win that game, but then the wheels just fell off the bus. Look at this game right here. Oh, no, it was the last 2. This was a pretty even game. We had another good pitching performance. I think it was Chaminade. Let's see here. Let me just go all the way down here. Yeah, Chaminade went 8 innings, only gave up 4 hits, 3 earned runs. It was that early home run that really hurt him, and Corey Kluber had just an outstanding game. 9 innings pitched, only gave up 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. I couldn't get anything going there, and then the bats of Cleveland just came alive once again. 11 runs scored in the last 2 games. Take a look at this. 15 hits for Cleveland to our 6. They had 6 runs. They had just as many runs as we had hits there in game number 4, and then game number 5, again, 13 hits for Cleveland, only 7 for us. We just could not match up against the Cleveland Indians and their outstanding bats. Take a look at their lineup again. We already know about the Oakland Athletics. Just show you guys what they have. They got a great lineup against lefties and against righties. Against righties, Lindor, Naquin. I'll show you their stats as well. There's Lindor as a leadoff man. Naquin against righties. He's got the contact up there at 86, okay? Edwin Encarnacion, he's got that power. Jesus Springer, he's pretty good as well. Jason Kipnis, he's in there. Michael Brantley, he's got great contact, great vision. Trevor Plouffe, and even the bottom part of their lineups was hitting well against us. Lonnie Chisenhall, I think he had a home run or 2. Roberto Perez, I remember he had an amazing double, which was ridiculous. And on the bench, they got Carlos Santana, Yan Gomes to replace Roberto Perez, Alexi Amarista. Hyun-Soo Kim, this guy, another pinch hitter against righties. Brandon Geyer and Ben Paulson. So, if I'm looking at what beat us this year, maybe we want to acquire some players that can hit so better against lefties than righties and just use them against lefties, because look at their lineup against lefties then. They got Michael Brantley hitting number 2, Edwin, George Springer, Carlos Santana's in there as well. So maybe looking at next year, boys, we need to have a more or deeper a lineup and a deeper bench, because what we have right now, Derek Norris, it's just more for a substitution for Walter Chang. Chris Young, again, the switch for Chris Coughlin against lefties. Joe Mauer, he was a veteran pickup, but he really didn't help us out except for like 1 single and a walk, I think. And Corey Spangenberg, I didn't use him in the playoffs at all, right? So our bullpen was looking pretty good, but maybe we don't need to have 7 players in the bullpen, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. See, the Cleveland Indians, I think they went with 6 players in the bullpen, and then that extra batter. Let's see here. Cleveland, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 players in the bullpen, and they don't even have that many, like a 71. So maybe I've focused too much on the bullpen, boys, where you need bats that can come through in the clutch situations in the playoffs, all right? So, and now that we've seen that, let's follow. Yeah, you know what? Let's follow. Let's see the World Series here. So I'm going to take a look. We got Cleveland going up against, it's the LA Dodgers versus the Pittsburgh Pirates over there in the NLCS. The Dodgers have a 3-2 series lead. Now, last year, the Dodgers were up against the Cubs. They lost in Game 7 in the NLCS. Let's see if they can make it to the World Series this year. So I want to follow the Dodgers. Yeah, let's go to LA. Okay, so here it is. Oh, I thought I selected it. There you go. So the LA Dodgers win. Yep, so they are up, what is it, 3-2 or is it 3-3? Hang on. 1, 2. No, it's 3-2. 3-2 right now for LA, boys, and we are controlling LA. So if you see a W, that is a win for the Dodgers. So Clayton Kershaw versus Jamison Talon. Both are, oh my God, Talon is 2-0, Kershaw's 1-0. Now Kershaw's got this. Yeah, there it is. 5-0 W, and the Dodgers are off to the World Series to face the Cleveland Indians. Let's see what Kershaw did. Kershaw's automatic in a sim, man. It's ridiculous. How many innings did he go? 9 innings pitched, only gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. Unreal. See, we need a pitcher like that. Even though I'm like... you know what? I'm going to take that back. I was going to say I kind of liked what our pitching did in the playoffs, except for those last 2 games. That was bad. Yeah, we need to get a stud like Clayton Kershaw. Somebody like 90-plus overall for our starting rotation. All right, so here we go. They still got Andrew Miller starting. Look at that. His ERA in the playoffs is over 15. So Andrew Miller up against Clayton Kershaw, Game 1 in Cleveland of the World Series. Who's taking it? Let's see. Andrew Miller actually won a game. Unbelievable. Unreal, man. Let's see here. Go all the way down. Oh, I just want to see the pitching performances. So Andrew Miller went 5 2/3. How the hell did he go that far? With like 21 energy. He only gave up 1 walk, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 5 2/3. Very nice. Clayton Kershaw went 5 innings, gave up 4 earned runs. Look at Cleveland, 2 runs in the first inning, 2 runs in the 4th inning. So they got to Clayton Kershaw right there. Game 2, Kenta Maeda versus Corey Kluber. Oh, this is bad. This is bad for the Dodgers. They got the ace now, and they already lost with Kershaw. Let's see. Yeah, Kluber gets in there. All right, so 2-0 lead for the Cleveland Indians. This is making me feel a lot better about our series, boys. The Indians are a stacked freaking team. Julio Urias versus Carlos Carrasco, the young prospect of the Dodgers. Let's see what he does. 7-6 loss. Let's see. This one might have been close. No, the go-ahead run scored by Cleveland in the 7th inning. So the Cleveland Indians have a 3-0 series lead in the World Series, boys. We were able to take at least 1 game from the Cleveland Indians. The Dodgers, they're on the brink of a sweep here. Clayton Kershaw versus Trevor Bauer. Can Kershaw get his team back in this? No, they cannot. And the Cleveland Indians have defeated the Dodgers in the 2018 World Series. So, I really don't feel that bad about this at all. I'll show you this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. All right, so once again, how our team looks on paper. We're the 13th ranked team in the MLB. For speed, contact, power, pitching, defense, you can all take a look at that. Go to the Cleveland Indians. They are the 5th ranked team. So the World Series champions on paper, their defense is only 17th, their speed 11th, but they have the 5th best pitching and 7th best for contact, 10th for power. So yeah, that makes sense right there. But what about the Dodgers? Hang on a second here. The Dodgers were the best team. Their speed is 28th. Their defense is 23rd, but their power is 4th. They have the best pitching rotation in the majors, and they were unable to get 1 win in the World Series. So this is opening up my eye. The 12th for contact, 4th for power. Go back to the Indians, 7th for contact, 10th for power. Maybe contact and pitching, like the contact. Let's see, Dodgers again. Yeah, the Indians had the advantage in the contact. And what's our contact? It's 13th. What's the Dodgers again? 12th. So maybe we should be focusing on contact and pitching, and then maybe with a little bit of power. You want like top 10 power, but it doesn't seem like speed and defense matter too much if you have OP pitching and contact. Okay. So, you know what? I don't want to say we were the 2nd best team in the majors this year, boys, but we got a W against Cleveland while the Dodgers couldn't. So we are off to the offseason with some good news. I'll take the silver lining out of that. The World Series champions of year number 2, the Cleveland Indians. All right, boys, so this video is going to be completely dedicated to the offseason. If we come across free agency and there's some players, this may be a bit of a shorter video because I want you guys to be able to chime in on who we should acquire, all right? Good news is that after making the playoffs, some sponsors have gotten in contact with us and offered us some juicy contracts that can raise our budget so that we can acquire better players, boys. We'll get to that in a second. So the offseason's about to begin. You have 5 days to negotiate contracts with any players who do not have contracts for the 2019 season. Okay. I also have 5 days to tender qualifying offers, 18 million basically, and view retired players. All right, so Joe Mauer has decided to retire, so I won't be able to bring him back. That wouldn't have been a bad acquisition. Not a bad acquisition, but a bad player to re-sign just to have on the bench, right? But he's gone. Not going to have to pay him $5 or $6 million. The Indians, all right, is there anyone else? You know what? I'm not going to take a look at that. Yeah, don't need to take a look. Jimmy Rollins, the 2018 Hall of Fame inductee. Jimmy Rollins, he's decided to retire as well. All right, yes, I would like to exit the Hall of Fame screen. All right, and what about awards? Is there anything? I think I skipped the playoffs by accident. Shit. I think I skipped the awards there, boys. I think I may have gone one too many days ahead. That's okay. Alrighty, so let us take a look first at our budget. Now, can I take a look at sponsors here? No, we're gonna have to wait till the beginning of the next season. So, I got some diamond sponsorships from pulling some freaking diamond. Oh my god, in live streams, pulling diamond sponsorships. It's fantastic. But you guys were saying that I could use it for the Oakland Athletics franchise mode, so we will be able to land some big time players in the next year, boys. This is good. So let us take a look at our team. I wonder, did we see any more growth from the playoffs to now? So here is Theo Perkinson after one complete year in AA, boys. That's some good growth. Remember, you're only seeing like average growth for the categories that we are not targeting. So his fielding stats, all there +3. Now you think +3 per year, that's not that much, right? But I could focus on a specific category. Right now, we're focusing on vision, discipline, and clutch for Theo Perkinson. His clutch went up by +6, his discipline went up by 7, and his vision went up by 4. So if I want to focus on fielding, if I want to focus on power in the years to come, we can. But Theo Perkinson, we got to get him up to like 70 overall before we can even think about bringing him up to, I think another year in AA might be good for Theo Perkinson. So you guys let me know what you think about him. Basically, what we're going to have to do now is just go through the entire team and figure out who we want and who we don't want. So like Taijuan Walker, he's got another few years. What's his contract like? Yeah, he's fine with it. He's going to be pitching like 86 overall. I got to bring these guys back because we got to make the playoffs again. It's the big time signing in free agency. So, yeah, let's get everyone back on the team here, boys. We got we got some micromanaging to do. But if anyone gets confused in the offseason with MLB, I can help you guys out and we can get this done the right way. All right, so the first thing I like to do is I like to go to manage roster and make sure there are no players on the team that I just want to cut outright, okay? So like Steven Piscotty, we got to give him a contract. Matt Joyce, now he's 34 years of age, 70 overall. He's got great discipline, but other than that, not much. I don't want to give this guy a contract. We are the Oakland Athletics. Unless we're giving him a really cheap deal, like a prospect deal, I don't want to give this guy like $500,000 because we have to save up as much as we can. D potential, 34. I'm going to release this guy, all right? So you can release the players from this screen. Rodney Chamberlain, 68 overall. All right, so I'm going to keep this guy. He's got some good batting stats, even though he's D potential. He's 22, so that could always grow. Same thing with this guy, C potential, A potential, and C potential. We're going to keep all those guys. Center fielders. All right, so Chris Young, he's 35 now, but I want to see if I can bring him back. He was a pretty good DH against lefties. I don't want to cut him just outright. Olivier Rodriguez, my pinch runner. You know what? I'm going to cut this guy now. We don't need him anymore, and he's costing too much. There you go. So Olivier Rodriguez is gone. Luis Woodson, going to have to wait on him. Jeremy Schaefer. Let's see. Jeremy Schaefer can go. Don't like his stats. D potential, 27. Tommy Brown, let's see. D potential. Nope. I can release you. There you go. You're gone as well. All right, so there are the center fielders that we have left over. Left fielders, Chris Coughlin. I want to see what happens there. Alan Darden. He's got D potential, but 22. Let's see his stats. He's got pretty good stats. I'll hold on to this guy. Owen Lamb. Now he's garbage. Get rid of him. Release that player. All right, and Jerome Shackelford. He's got C potential. Not the greatest stats, but we'll let this guy grow. Shortstop. All right, so 23 C potential, 21 B potential. Those guys are just fine. Rich Cedeno. No, I don't like those stats. Going to release him. We'll bring in another player that can help out. Third baseman. Let's see. Miguel Sano, Ryan Healy, Philip Nakajima, Carlos Reyes. Let's see this guy's stats. Nah, they're fine. He can stay. I might cut him. I don't know about that just yet. And all these guys, even though they have the low overall, they got the C potential, so they could see some growth next year. Second baseman, Corey Spangenberg, Brock Holt. Might be trading away Corey Spangenberg this year, boys. We need to upgrade the bench. Somebody with better discipline and somebody maybe with better power. Somebody that I can rely on more. Maybe somebody who goes in against lefties. Because Brock Holt is growing. Yeah, I should just use Brock Holt full-time at second base. Bob Mendoza. All right, this guy, Drew Diggs. Let's see his stats. Yeah, he can go. Don't need Drew Diggs. Release that player. There you go. 26. Nope. First baseman, Felix Mateo. All right, we got to get a first baseman for sure. Oh, no. Are we on the... Right, it's because we got Ryan Healy playing first. Right, okay, I could always just switch his position. All right, so all these guys are fine. Catchers, Derek Norris, Walter Chang, Austin Hedges, Rico Nunez. All right, so these guys with D potential. Hector Trejo. And this guy. All right. Well, I'm going to hold on to these guys for now because they're young. And even though they have the deep potential, I got to get 6 catchers anyways. And there might not be any in free agency. So I'll hold on to them for now. Tim Schultz. Now, the relief or the closing pitcher from California that we drafted in year number 1. This guy had a fantastic year down there in AAA. And look at those stats. So I don't know about his morale. Is it showing anything? Region. No, it doesn't matter if he's playing close to home or not. If I give this guy... I don't want to say, I might even give him the closing position over Sean Doolittle next year. He looks like a stud of the future. He's only 22 years of age. He's from California. Yeah, so we're going to have a closing pitcher or a relief pitcher. I don't know where I'm going to put him in Tim Schultz for next year, which will be good. Same thing with Michael Alford. He could be the closer for AAA. We might actually see this guy ready to go in 2 years. Paul Green and Scotty Frost. Scotty Frost, 30 years of age. I'm going to release you. There you go. All right, relief pitchers. So this is what I mean about having this many relief pitchers. The freaking Cleveland Indians had 5, and 2 guys were 70 overall. If we got Tim Schultz, 1, Doolittle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, there's 7 relief pitchers, all 80 or above. You know, maybe get a few guys in there that, like rookies, give them the chance, and then with the extra trade value from these relief pitchers, go out there and acquire some bats. Okay, let me just go through the list here. Is there anybody with, like, D potential? There you go, D31. No, I'm going to release this guy. Do not need him on the squad. C potential, 30. Now, release him. Don't need him. Release. There you go, 30 years of age. All right, and that's all that taken care of. Starting pitchers. All right, so the good news is that we got all these guys signed. Taijuan Walker, Sonny Gray, Sean Manaea, Daniel Mengden, Shelby Miller, and Jesse Hahn. But you know what? Shelby Miller, why is he should be... Okay, so he wants a big boy contract. So you know what? Shelby Miller might be trade bait this year, boys. He's going to be in his last year. I could go with Taijuan Walker, Sonny Gray, and Sean Manaea for this year. Sean Manaea is going to need a contract upgrade for next year because, oh no, he's still happy. Why is he unhappy even though everything's happy? That doesn't make sense. Okay, well, whatever. Anyone else in here that we need to worry about? Some D potential, 25. Marcus Perkley. Don't need you. I'm going to release them. There you go. And Harper Floyd. Don't need you. Going to release him. All right. There you go. All right. So that has taken care of all the immediate cuts I would like to have. On our team, we still have 75 players. So that's about right. And we're not hurting ourselves budget-wise, right? Yeah, we still have $2.7 million for budget. So we're okay here. Now, coaches. Is there any coaches that I would like to upgrade? No, we got the A coaches. I took care of that in year number 1. Next year, though, we're going to have to sign some guys. Okay. Contracts. Okay. So now that you've gone through the manage roster screen up here, manage roster, and now you go back to the manage contract screen. And basically, all the players that you cut will have that W beside their name. See that? So you know not to give those guys any contract upgrades because from this, or contract renewals, because from this screen, it can get a little bit complicated. So now I'm going to go to right fielders. I'm just going to sort by position. It's a lot easier. Steven Biscotti. We got to get this guy back. 4.4... If you look at the bottom right, if he wants more than a 4-year deal, he wants 6.6 per year. All right, so Piscotty, let's see what his contract. He's looking for 2.8 per year. Okay, so that makes sense to me. So let me go down to 3 years for Piscotty. He's only 28 years of age. What did he want again? 2.8? Let me see. It was 2.8 million. Yeah, so no, we'll go down to 3 million per year for Steven Piscotty, so he's nice and happy, all right? So 3 million per year for Steven Piscotty every day. Yep, he's going to be playing in the outfield. 3 years, 9 million, 3 mil per season. There it is for Steven Piscotty. Rodney Chamberlain. Okay, so this is why I hold on to the young guys. I can literally offer him less than 100,000. So 1 year, 100,000 or 70K. Johnny Hinson, same thing, 1 year, 70K. Will Nixon now, yep, 1 year, 80K. Perfect. So that will take care of all the right fielders. If I wanted to sign Matt Joyce, it would probably be 500,000 to sign him. So Chris Young now. Okay, I'm going to wait on Chris Young because he's 35 years of age. Luis Woodson, let's see. Yeah, 1 year, 80K. He might not turn out to be anything, Luis Woodson. Even though he has that A potential, he's growing. What position does he play? Center field? He's growing. If he can get those power stats up there, might be a decent hitter. I don't know, though. He's already 29. Maybe trade bait right there. Olivier Rodriguez, Jeremy Schaefer, Corey Lovett. I'm going to give this guy a 1 year deal. There you go, 60K. Left fielders, Coughlin. All right, so he wants the same as Young. I'm going to wait on that. Alan Darden. All right, so we'll see Alan Darden. I'm not able to sign him to that cheap deal. He wants the 500,000. So I'm going to wait on Alan Darton. Jerome Shackelford, there you go, 60K. Sign him. Shortstops, Marcus O'Connell. Sign him. There you go. Eddie Rosario, sign him. Jimmy Comstock, let's see, sign him. So 3 shortstops signed. Third baseman, Miguel Sano. We definitely want Miguel Sano back. Now, what kind of contract? If I go up plus 4 years, he wants over 14 million. So hopefully here with Miguel Sano, we have found a sweet player. Now, what is he expecting per year? He's expecting 5 million per year. Now, there's a benefit for us to give these guys more than they want, at least for the first year, for the upcoming year. Steven Piscotty's going to be happy. If he's an 81 and he's happy, then he's going to be playing like an 83, 84. Same thing with Sano here. If he's an 84 and I make him happy, then, well, actually, he's an 86. If I make him happy, he might be playing like an 88. So he's going to be a star player. No, he's going to be an everyday player. There you go. Yeah, don't worry. I know you want to be a star. I'm going to give you the money, though. Option 4 years. No, we're going to go 3 years. And again, how much did you want? 5 million? No, we're going to go 6 million per year. All right, there it is, boys. We got some money we can throw around now. So 3 years, 6 million per year for Miguel Sano. Year number 1, he's going to be very happy. But then years 2 and 3, he might not be that much. But he'll still be like the 86, 87 overall. So we're really making that push for next year, boys. All right? So there it is, Miguel Sano. Philip Nakajima, 1 year, 80K. Carlos Reyes, 1 year, 70K. Ryan Hogue, 1 year, 60K. And Stefan Bermudez, 50K. Second baseman, Bob Mendoza. All right, so he wants real money. Let's see his stats. Oh, he's worth it, though. Yeah, Bob Mendoza's worth the real money. So I'll give him a 1-year deal. How much does he want? 648. I will give him 750. All right, platoon. No, you will be depth, just in case you'll be playing down there in the minors. All right, there you go. That guy's worth it. Even if it's a trade bait, he's definitely worth it. Drew Diggs, I already cut. Dan Vogt, 1 year, 60K. There it is. First baseman, Theo Perkinson. All right, so Perkinson wants some real numbers. That's fine. So I'm going to give, he's part of our 40-man squad. So depth, 1 year, depth at, how much does he want? I want to make him happy. There you go, 700K. Yeah, that works out for me. Sammy Caruso, 1 year, 60K. Eldon Jacob, 1 year, 60K. Catchers, Derek Norris, I'm going to wait on. I got the veterans on this team. I want to wait on them, though. Walter Chang, we got to give a deal to. Now, Walter Chang, let's see. $1.2 million he wants per year. How many years before it goes up? 2 years, and then it goes up. You know what? Let's not play around here with Walter Chang. I want to keep him happy. He's only 26. He's got that A potential for a catcher. This guy could be a stud if we use it, if we treat him the right way. So, yeah, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years, and I can make sure I pay him for these 2 years. So 2 years at $3 million per year. He will be very happy for these first 2 years, Walter Chang. All right, yep, that looks good. Rico Nunez. Get him back, 1 year, 60K. Mariano Estrella, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to get the catchers back. Like I said, boys, they may not be available in free agency. I'll just get them back on the team right now. Tim Schultz. Okay, so Tim Schultz, how much does he want? He wants $1 million, basically. Let's go. You know what? I don't want to mess around with this guy. He could be a great closing pitcher for us. 1 year, you're going to be in the bullpen, and I will pay you I'll give you $2 million. He's going to, you know what? His price is going to go up over the course of the year. He's 85 overall. I'm giving him 1 year, $2 million. He's going to be a great pitcher for us. Michael Alford, 1 year, depth, 750. Yep. Paul Green, 1 year, 70. All right. Relief pitchers, starting pitchers. Yeah, I got to go through all the relief. Now, which relief pitchers do I want back? That's the question. So let me start from the bottom up here. Let me just get all these guys signed first. Pitchers takes a little bit longer than the other positions because obviously there's a lot more of them. All right, so I just want to sign the guys who are less than 100K. That's how you can save money and you don't screw yourself with the budgets. If you have a bunch of players on your AAA and AA squad making $500,000, it will add up, I'm telling you. So Jay Lopez, or Lopes, he wants a real contract. Same thing with Lewis Burks. Now, they're 70 and 73 overall, so I might want them back. And then the rest of the guys, all right? And then starting pitchers, Dan Couture, we'll get him back on the team. Emery Bloom, get him back on the team. Felix Guillen, him back on the team. Adrian Pereira, want him back for 1 year, depth, make sure he's happy. Another draft pick for the Oakland Athletics. Jacob Boyce, let's see, 1 year, 70K, beautiful. Stevie Sanders, all right, he wants a real contract. And Ooh, good. I can get a guy who's 74 overall for a cheap contract. He can dominate in AAA. So there are all the contracts I've sent out here, boys. There's going to be a few players who take their sweet-ass time. Hopefully Miguel Sano and Tim Schultz accept those deals, right? So let us advance a day here and see what happens. Yep. So Miguel Sano, beautiful. So he did not mess around. Miguel Sano was back on our team for 3 years, making $18 million, all right? Adrian Pereira is back. Steven Piscotty, 3 years, $9 million, good. Theo Perkinson is back. Estrella, Nunez, Rosario, Alfred, O'Connell. All right, so was that everyone? Did we get everyone back on this team? Everyone, yep. Okay, so now it's a lot easier to tell, boys. You have all the waivered players, the ones that we've already released. Other teams can pick them up, I guess. And here are the rest that we need to sign. Sean Doolittle, Ryan Dole, Jake McGee, Norris, Young, Sanders, Burks, Coughlin, Guillen, and Lopez. Now, go back to the budget, 1.96. So we were at 210, I believe, and we went down to 1.96. So we're going to be fine. We could even land a big boy contract in free agency this year. Because last year, that was the year that we arranged all of our contracts, right? Next year, I'm telling you, next year is the year for us to get it done. So I want the key relief pitchers that we can have back that A, could be part of our team next year, or B, could be trading assets. Everyone else, we're going to let go to free agency, and we'll see. Yeah, we'll see who's there. So Sean Doolittle, we want back. Okay, so he is 32 years of age. Let's go 1 year at a time here for Sean Doolittle. Bullpen, yep. How much does he want? I want to make sure he's happy. 5.5. All right, so I'll give him $6 million. So he's extremely happy. There it is. Bullpen, closer. No, I'll give you the bullpen. Hopefully he signs for that. I don't know if he will. All right, so Sean Doolittle, Ryan Dole. Now let me see Ryan Dole's stats. Hits over 9 innings. His whip, yeah, he had a really good season, Ryan Dole. So what's his problem? Does he walk a lot? He gives up a lot of home runs, but that was on the way up. Yeah, you know what? Ryan Dole, I want him back on the team as well. Ryan Dole, I will get him back for 1 year. I'm not going to give our bullpen big boy contracts. I want to have flexibility in that regard for the upcoming season. So 1 year, $2 million. Again, boys, the better contracts I give him, the better bullpen we will have. Jake McGee, now the lefty. His hits over 9 innings, a little bit low. His whip went up there. His Ks over 9 is nice. How much does he want? 2.7. All right, let me just wait on him. Derek Norris. Let me just go back to relief pitchers. McGee. All right, so Jay Lopez. Now, you know what? I'm going to release you. I'm going to sign this guy, though. Lewis Burks. He's 20 years of age, 73 overall. So 1 year at $600K for Lewis Burks. Jay Lopes, I'm going to release him. So let me just go back to, do this right now while it's in my mind. All right, relief pitchers. Jay Lopes, I'm going to release you. There you go. Back to managed contracts. Relief pitchers. So we got the youngin' Lewis Burks back on the team. McGee. Now, should I get McGee back on the team or should I let him walk? 81 overall. You know what? There's probably better relief out there. I'm going to let Jake McGee walk. I don't want to give him the... How much does he want? 2.7 million? No, I'd rather save that for now. All right, so I'm going to let Jake McGee walk, boys. Starting pitcher, Stevie Saunders. I want Stevie Saunders back. He's the youngin'. Depth, he can make $1 million per season, sure. All right, Felix Guillen, he's already gotten the contract. Relief, Jake McGee, Scotty Frost, and Derek Norris. Derek Norris is a pretty good backup catcher. Yeah, I want him back. 4.7 million. Yeah, you know what? If Walter Chang's our real catcher, I'm not going to go out there and sign a big boy catcher. I just need somebody who can play good defensively, and this guy's got good contact versus lefties, good discipline. He fits into our Moneyball tactics with an on-base percentage of .360. Yeah, I'm going to bring back Derek Norris for 1 year. So 1 year, how much does he want per season? 4.7. So I'll give him 5. All right, every day. No, you're going to be depth. You know what? Just because you're angry on that, 1 year, $6 million for depth for Derek Norris. All right. Drew Diggs, Cedeno, Coughlin. Now Coughlin, he had a good season, but then he came back down to earth. He's hitting 357. Let me just wait on Coughlin. I think I might let Chris Young go. I'll have to wait. Hang on. Let me just go one more day here. I can always sign them again in free agency, so don't go crazy. Sean Doolittle's back. Good. Ryan Dole is back. Good. Derek Norris is back. Lewis Burks is back. Felix Guillen is back. Steven Saunders. Okay, good. So we got all of these guys back. We don't have anyone lingering on this team, being a pain in the ass. Alan Darden, 22. Do I want to sign this guy? Let's see. Yeah, he had okay stats, and like I said, his potential could go up there. So 1 year, I'll give him the contract. That is everyone taken care of except for Jake McGee, Chris Young, and Chris Coughlin. Now, Coughlin, Young. Let me go to my outfield here. Now, if there's somebody out there in free agency that we could sign, it would take care of that. Because Piscotty hits well against righties and lefties. He hit 274 this year, and his on base was 344. So, Piscotty is in there full time. Jake Marisnick, look what he did in the offseason. He's a fantastic batter at number 9 for some reason, and his speed and defense is great for center field. So he's staying in there also. Adam Eaton is our new left fielder as our leadoff man, right? So Chris Young is a good fielder. Coughlin, not really a good fielder, more of a guy that you could just bring in for pinch hit situations against righties. All right, so you know what? How much is our budget left? How much? 1.36 of budget. I want to save. Okay, so what we're going to do, boys, is we're going to allow these players to drop to free agency. Hang on a second. The one player I'm thinking about is Coughlin. How much would Coughlin want? If I give him a 1-year deal, 2.3. Depth. I'll give you a 1-year, 2.5 Coughlin. That's it. Yeah, because I lost Mauer, and I could use somebody to go in there just... for the whole season, you need somebody to go in when your players get tired, and also he did have a good season last year. Hitting 276 against righties, on base percentage 357. Now I gotta bring back Coughlin, 1-year 2.5 depth. All right, but Chris Young I'm gonna let drop. He's 35. His numbers could tail off, and Jake McGee I didn't like his whip. The only thing I like about Jake McGee was that he's a left-handed pitcher. So no, we're not gonna do anything right there, boys. All right, let's advance a day. Chris Coughlin is back on the team. Alan Darden is back on the team. And Minnesota is claiming players that we dropped. All right, so manage contracts, McGee and Young. All right, so we're going to go to manage roster. McGee, we're going to release. All right, very good. And Young, where is he? Center fielder, left fielder, right fielder? What's Young? Oh, he's a center fielder. There you go. We're going to release Chris Young as well. So thank you very much for your contributions last year, boys. But it's time for us to move off in a new direction. So that is how you micromanage your roster for MLB The Show, boys. It does take a while, but we have 72 players under our contract. We're going to need 25 to fill out 3 25-man rosters for the MLB, AAA, and AA. So we got some money to spend. We got some room, $1.24 million. Sweet. All right, let us take a look at free agency, and this is where you guys come in. If there's a lot of good players, we're going to call it right here, okay? So, where am I going? I want to make sure I don't miss the day. Yeah, I think it's the one with the star. There you go. Yeah. So let me go back to manage contracts. McGee, we got everyone signed. Beautiful. One more day, boys. All right, so New York has claimed the 35-year-old Chris Young off of waivers from Oakland. San Diego claimed Jake McGee, and we are in free agency. So managed contracts, Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, Zach Britton, Paul Goldschmidt, DJ LeMahieu. Holy shit, Wilson Ramos, Hector Rondon, whatever his name is, Dallas Keuchel, starting pitcher, Brian Dozier, Ian Kinsler, Garrett Richards, Matt Harvey, AJ Pollock. All right, so there's definitely some players that we could acquire this year, boys. Big time players. Now, here's the thing. Do we have enough to say go out and get a guy like Bryce Harper? Let's see. 5 years, $150 million, 30 per year. All right, so before and after, budget, cash flow. Yeah, it would work. It would work. Our cash flow right now is $124 million per week, right? If max offer, yeah, if we went through with this deal, we would only be making $102K per week. So you're talking about one player that you could sign. Manny Machado, same thing. He wants like 30 mil per season. So I don't know if signing these guys is the right idea, right? But Paul Goldschmidt, let's see. 18.4 million after we're at $500,000 per week. So we could always go out there and get one of these big boy contracts, boys, or we could just try to, get a few players to round out our team, like Dallas Keuchel, starting pitcher. Let's see, how much does he go for? 12.9. We down to 750K. Then like Brian Dozier, you could get like 2 of these players basically. Garrett Richards, starting pitcher, 86 overall. Matt Harvey, he could be growing. Let's see, how much does he go for? 18.2. So there's a lot of players out there looking for some money, boys. What do we do? So I just want to go down the list here nice and slowly. If you guys have any suggestions, just go nuts in the comments section. All right. These are all the big time players. Richards, Pollock, Carlos Gomez, Jared Dyson. Here we go. Some speed. and some outfielding presence. Pinch runner, Jose Batista, Cody Allen, Jake McGee. There we go. We can always get back Jake McGee. Familia. All right, we can always just do more. All the way down here. Oh, yeah, man. Even these players down here were like 70s, like Chris Young, 78. We could find some specific players that do well, right? So I will do my own scouting, but what does this team need? And what do you see out here that we could sign? There's also some young guys. Look at this, David Kato, or Kato. 75 overall, 21 years of age, B potential from Japan. Look at those numbers. Oh, my God. That is a fantastic designated hitter right there. And his arm strength is already 75. You just got to work on that fielding and arm accuracy. This guy is already ready to go. So, boys, what do we do? All right, there is our team. I will leave it there. And also, last but not least, starting pitchers looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relief pitchers looks like this. Closing pitchers, catchers, first baseman. Remember, Ryan Healy can play first base. So can Sano. Second baseman looks like that. Third base, we got Sano, Healy. All right. Marcus Semien for shortstop. Coughlin. Austin Perez in left field. Jake Marisnick, Adam Eaton, Steven Piscotty. It's a lot of players this year, but I'm thinking a big splash would do Oakland right. So what do we do, boys? Let me know, and I will see you in the next video where the Oakland Athletics make a splash in free agency. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life.